Everybody, this is John and welcome to the free video. One of the more intriguing setups right now is Netflix. We had that big gap down on earnings. We filled about half the gap, and now we're just trying to find some support here. You got a daily squeeze, one dot daily squeeze that's going higher, but you've got a 195-minute squeeze that's potentially going to push lower. How do you play this? This is a great trade for a diagonal debit spread. Okay, perfect candidate for that, and that's something we'll talk more about, but that's the kind of stuff that I like to look for here. If we're looking at some of the other stuff that's setting up here, at least on a 195-minute chart, also Twitter here has been having a problem. You can see on a daily chart, we are in essentially a big, massive downward trading channel, and we're now getting a 195-minute squeeze setting up here, okay? And you can see this dot, another good example of a debit spread setup, okay? And that's it looks pretty good. What about what was the other one here? Oh yeah, QIHU. Okay, another one that's setting up a squeeze here, and this one is. These are the kind of setups that are fascinating, where you've got a daily chart that's been rallying, okay, starting to roll over, and now we got a squeeze here. And the question is, does this become just a rollover and die, or is it going to balance out and this goes higher? Again, another great candidate for, in this case, a vertical. Okay, so that's setting up here. Let's take a quick look at, to me, the most important index here continues to be the Russell. And the Russell led the way higher from the lows, but also before the market started rolling over in earnest back in October, it was the Russell that was leading the way lower as well. And at this point, you can see that it's been, today was down almost 1%. Is that kind of a red flag? Is that showing us kind of what's going on here? Well, it's the Russell that I'm watching here and XLE. And we've got a unique situation here where you see XLE just rolling over and having a terrible time here. But we've got a unique situation here where the overall indexes themselves are less important than the sectors, okay? The sectors are driving everything right now. Money is flowing into and out of sectors, and the stocks that happen to be attached to those sectors are either benefiting from the money inflow or are hurting from the money outflow, okay? And that's kind of what's going on in this market. So I got a lot to cover in the premium video tonight. We'll dive into that. Okay, and last but not least, just a reminder that this Saturday, I'm going to be diving in and doing a 4-hour class. It'll probably go a little bit longer than that because I like to stick around and answer all the questions. Simpleroptions.com/debit. This will be this Saturday, November 15th from 2 to 6 East Coast time. Okay, and what I'm going to be talking about is everything you need to know about how to create and manage a consistent income stream using debit spreads, okay? And this includes both vertical debit spreads and diagonals. And it's also talking about when to use verticals, okay, versus when to just buy a call or buy a put, okay? And when to use diagonals. And how do you incorporate these in with bigger momentum trades? And how do you incorporate these in with shorter day trades and even just overnight trades, okay? Because what will happen is with this is that it gives you an edge where if you're not right on direction, you can still make money, and you never have that risking 10 to make 1 type of exposure that you have with the credit spread. Okay, so this is a superior way to create consistency in your trading. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. You can go through and read the rest of the bullets. If we go down here to the bottom, again, making this, in my mind, this is a super affordable class. My goal with this is to give you specific trade ideas on Saturday that you can use on Monday to make this back. Okay, but this is one of those things where when I get excited about something like this, I want to teach it, I want to show it, and a lot of the feedback from people in the room that are looking for more consistency in terms of how to pick these out, how to set them up, and how to manage them, and that is what we're going to be doing on Saturday. All right, looking forward to seeing you there for those that want to join. Otherwise, you guys have a great night, and we'll see you at the next update.